Office. We are hoping Mauritius could bring us some sunshine today, but certainly it's indeed better than the last year, you will agree. Through this webinar, we aim to provide you with an overview of the real estate landscape in Mauritius, as well as the economic and residency opportunities that the country offers. This will be outlined in the presentations that will be delivered by our panel of speakers, who are actually experts in their fields. But before proceeding, allow me to just say a few words on the UK-Mauritius economic relationship. As most of you are aware, Mauritius has evolved from a British colony towards an independent state and republic, and which has emerged as one of the leaders of Africa. UK actually remains one of our major economic partner, and the two countries collaborate on a number of initiatives. It is one of our preferred trading partners. Last year itself, it accounted for more than 10% of total export of goods, while our export of services to the UK amounted to some 510 million pounds. The UK also remains one of the major sources of foreign direct investment, with an annual average investment of around 27 million pounds over the last 9 years to 2019. Certainly, due to the pandemic last year, a decrease was recorded and amounting to around 7 million pounds for the first 3 quarters. The footprint of UK's investment expands across all sectors of the Mauritian economy, and amongst the key companies operating in Mauritius, and that you will certainly recognize are the Standard Chartered Bank, Fundsmith, Gymshark, Ernst & Young, Middlesex University, to name but a few. UK is also one of the traditional markets for our hospitality industry, as well as for residency. This will be highlighted further by one of our speakers later on. In terms of bilateral relations, both countries are trading under the UK Eastern Southern Africa Economic Partnership Agreement, which came into force at the beginning of this year and which ensures continuity of trade post-Brexit. We are also a member of the Commonwealth, by virtue of which we enjoy the Commonwealth advantage. We also have an investment of promotion protection agreement, as well as a double taxation avoidance agreements with the UK. Now, with the UK's ambition to be the largest investor in Africa amongst G7 countries, and the holding, as you must be aware, of the Africa Investment Conference last year and held virtually this year, we remain optimistic that economic and business ties between the two countries will be further strengthened. We certainly look forward for more trade and investment with the UK, or to welcome you as a resident of Mauritius. Before I introduce our speakers, I would like to cover a few housekeeping topics. Today's webinar is being recorded. We will be able to share a link with you after the event. We also invite your comments and questions. Look at the Q&A chat box on your screen. If you think of a question for the speakers at any point, just type it in there and I will take it during the Q&A section, which will be after the presentation. In case, due to lack of time, we are not able to answer some of your questions, we will ensure response by email. You can be ensured all the contacts will be provided to ensure further engagement. Without any further ado, I would like to introduce our speakers for today. First, we will have Sachin Mohabeer, who is the Director of Real Estate and Hospitality Sector at the EDB. He is an expert with extensive experience in real estate and property sector. He has been actively involved in developing investment policies and devising programs to attract investment in residential, industrial, and commercial real estate projects. His presentation will be followed by that of Kiran Gopi and Darren Mudali, respectively CEO and manager of Luxury Retirement Village, which is a high-end senior living project under construction in the center of the island. We will then hear from Anil Singh Rana, who is the representative of Montana Oceano Vista. Montana Oceano Vista is a luxurious residential project of 17 units to be developed in Black River, which is found on the sunny west coast of the island. At this time, I'm going to hand over the floor to Sachin, who is going to start today's presentation. Sachin, it's all yours.
Thank you, Nyamala. It is with great pleasure that I am among you today for this webinar on investment opportunities in real estate sector in Mauritius and how you can invest, live, acquire a residential property as a second home on the island. Your presence here is a clear message of your interest to take or invest in Mauritius. As you are aware, Mauritius is a small island located in the Indian Ocean. This small island has some exciting developments, and we want to bolster the productive capacity of our investors and ensure that we promote inclusive growth. This young country, described as a blueprint for heaven, offers a wealth of investment opportunities to investors. Mauritius has a great deal to offer to its investors, from retail excellence to entertainment extravagance, from stunning natural beauty to architectural splendor, and above all, a charming, hospitable population. Traditionally, Mauritius is best known as a tourist destination with its wide beaches, high-class resort hotels. However, over the past decade, the island has been recognized as a well-recognized international financial center, attracting major banks, multinational corporations, fund managers, and high net worth individuals who have been investing and acquiring luxurious residential properties, itself being an investment in a lucrative asset class. Island of Mauritius is strategically located in the Indian Ocean. It has a population of 1.3 million people. It's a powerful one of the oldest civilizations, namely from India, from China, from Africa, and Europe. It's a democratic country based on the Westminster model of the United Kingdom. Mauritius also has a sophisticated and highly successful free market economy, heavily reliant on export. The country has built a solid reputation as an investment platform. With a GDP per capita of around 12,500 USD, the country today has embarked on a bold series of reforms to make it more appealing to investors. Mauritius is safe, stable, and has a predictable environment. In a nutshell, we can say that the country can be regarded as a low tax jurisdiction with low corporate tax and personal taxes, business-friendly regulation, a stable democracy, a country that is pleasant to live in with excellent telecommunication and good healthcare and education facilities. It's a great place to live with future-ready infrastructure, global connectivity, and world-class talent. Mauritius is a diversified economy with a number of economic opportunities to businesses. So as an investor, you can invest in ICT, you can invest in media, in textile, in fashion, in pharmaceutical, biotechnology, professional services, or in smart cities or retirement villages. In terms of Mauritius ranking in different indices, we can see that Mauritius owns a highly valued image brand equity, which has been built over a number of years. It has forged a solid reputation in terms of ethics, good and transparent governance, economic and political freedom. The government has implemented a series of actions in the past years that include opening up the property market to economic operators, both local and foreigners, streamlining licenses and permits, and creating appropriate framework to allow investment by foreigners. In terms of ease of doing business, Mauritius offers an unparalleled ease in the way we do and conduct businesses, and we support industries. Ranked at the 30th position in the last World Bank Doing Business report, Mauritius is continuously improving its business environment. The country remains first in Africa. It is a consequence of multi-pronged approach in addressing both administrative and legislative impediments to doing business. Mauritius' economic and business performance has been outstanding for the last 4 decades. To create a robust and international competitive economy, the government has proven its commitment to keep on improving the business climate. In terms of the business environment, we can say that the tax advantages are important to investors, but as well as non-tax benefits are also of prime importance. Income tax, corporate tax, and value-added tax are at a harmonized rate of 15%. Exemptions are provided for a number of economic activities when aid tax holiday is provided to innovative activities, to some manufacturing companies, and those investing in smart cities. There is no exchange control in Mauritius, and the principle of free movement of capital is acquired. It is therefore possible to send home funds invested, profits, capital gains, and dividends outside of Mauritius without any restriction or particular formality. With respect to taxes, there are no taxes on dividend, capital gains, or wealth tax. There are no inheritance taxes for direct descendants. There is no property tax or housing tax. The only real estate tax that is due on purchase of a property in Mauritius is a 5% registration duty, which is levied at the time a property is purchased and registered with the government. 100% foreign ownership is allowed. In terms of the judicial system, Mauritius has a hybrid legal system combining both civil and common law practices. During the period of the French rule, the island legal system was governed by the French Civil Code, which remained in force under the British rule, with subsequent amendments in the civil and procedural laws and the company law. While private law is largely based on the Napoleonic Code, public and administrative laws draws essentially from the English common law system. It is good to point out that Mauritius is a republic and is a member of the Commonwealth, but the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council in London has been preserved as the country's ultimate court of appeal. In terms of UK companies in Mauritius, British businesses are strongly represented in sectors like financial services, education, and renewable energy. Some of the UK organizations that are operating in Mauritius with Investec, University of Central Lancashire, Standard Chartered, Hive Energy, and others. And in terms of foreign direct investment in Mauritius also, we are seeing a number of UK companies that have been investing in Mauritius with a massive increase in 2012. But lately, we have been seeing an increase in the number of UK companies and investment in Mauritius. In terms of acquiring and investing in luxurious properties in Mauritius, let me tell you that Mauritius offers property investors a golden opportunity to tap into a well-established luxury and property market. Non-citizens may acquire a villa, an apartment, or a second home, which we always consider to be a unique investment in an asset class. And those residences, once acquired, allows investors to obtain residency in Mauritius. All the projects are required to make provisions for high-class leisure and recreational facilities, such as golf courses, marina, nautical facilities, healthcare, or sport facilities. And all the residences are provided with day-to-day management services, such as security, maintenance, gardening, solid waste disposal, or household services. Several stunning projects are being developed all over the island where you can come and invest. And these residential properties are being developed under approved schemes by the Economic Development Board under what we call the Property Development Scheme or the Smart City Scheme. Therefore, to put it simple, you may, as a non-citizen, acquire a residential property in Mauritius under any of the schemes that are available in Mauritius, the Property Development Scheme, the Smart City Scheme, or the previous Integrated Resort Scheme or the Real Estate Scheme. You may also acquire an apartment located in a ground plus 2 building. And as I just said, several smart cities are being developed in Mauritius, and those smart cities are revolve around the work, live, and play concept. They incorporate a mix of development, cosmopolitan conurbation with smart technology and other pioneering innovating activities. A non-citizen who has acquired a residential property in any of those schemes under a freehold basis or provided with a residency if the investment is above 375,000 USD. How to acquire a property in Mauritius? You may acquire a property off plan, and these properties are freehold properties, and you can remain owner of that property without any need to be anxious. These properties are registered with government. The deed is prepared by a notary public, and on registration of a deed, a registration duty of 5% is payable. It's once, and there is, as I said, no property tax payable on a yearly basis. Who can acquire property? A property can be acquired under any of the legal structures available, be it a company, trust, foundation, or you may also acquire under your own name. In terms of acquisition of a residential property, we can say that the property market in Mauritius has matured. The differentiation of opportunities has, to a degree, expanded. We have niche product types like senior housing and golf resort among a myriad of choices. Market fundamentals remain robust. Transactions for the year are forecasted to have normalized, and pricing is strong in part because of the fundamentals remain sound. We also see relatively high yields and good prospect for rental for those operating a villa type or condo hotels, where we want to attract more and more long stay tourism. You may also acquire an apartment located in a high-rise building with a minimum price of 150,000 USD. More than 3,500 non-citizens have already acquired luxurious properties in Mauritius, and these properties are acquired by people of different nationalities. In terms of work and live in Mauritius, with the economic expansion of the country, the Mauritian government is promoting an open concept. We want to attract more foreign investors, more talents, people, know-how, and retirees. So foreign nationals may opt to invest, work, live, or retire in Mauritius through various avenues, namely the occupation permit, the residence permit, a young professional occupation, or a permanent residence permit. The occupation permit is just a permit that allows a non-citizen to stay and work in Mauritius. It's a combination of work and leave permit, and is provided to an investor, is provided to a professional, or a self-employed. Any foreign national above the age of 50 years may also retire in Mauritius and obtain a residence permit. And a permanent residence permit also is provided, and the permanent residence permit is for a period of 20 years. Occupation permits and residence permit are for a period of 10 years. In terms of senior living, we also have a policy to attract more and more people who are above the age of 50. They may come, obtain a residence permit, and stay in Mauritius. The requirement is for you to transfer a monthly income of 1,500 USD in your own personal account, in a local bank account, and that's for your own upkeep. It's not transferred to government. And you can lease, acquire, or rent a property to stay in any of those single living residences. And lately, Mauritius has introduced, actually last year in October, a premium visa. If a non-citizen intends to come to Mauritius, that non-citizen can stay in Mauritius under the different permits, or under a business visa, which is for 120 days, or under a tourist visa, which is for a maximum of 180 days. But if a non-citizen intends to reside in Mauritius for more than 180 days, more than 6 months, today that non-citizen can apply for a premium visa. The premium visa is granted for a period of 1 year and is renewable. You may apply for a premium visa if you're a tourist, a retiree, a professional, or a digital nomad by going on the website of EDB, edbmauritius.org. And there, on application, an e-visa is granted. The requirements are for you uh, to transfer a monthly income to sustain your living in Mauritius. For an adult, you need to show that at time of application, you will be transferring 1,500 USD, and for a child, 500 USD. And also you need to show that you are covered for the initial period of stay under an insurance cover. As all visitors, a premium visa holder, you need to follow all the health and sanitary protocols in place. And today, for a non-citizen, you need to go through a 14-day quarantine in a hotel in Mauritius. Children may enroll on a private paid school. The holder of a premium visa cannot enter the Mauritius labor market. The main place of income has to remain outside Mauritius. In terms of taxation policy, so anyone spending more than 183 days as a holder of a premium visa, you will be subject to income tax. Firstly, any money spent in Mauritius through the use of foreign credit or debit cards by a premium visa holder will not be liable to tax, but those income brought and deposited in a bank account in Mauritius will be liable to tax, except if a declaration is made with a Mauritius Revenue Authority that the holder of a premium visa has already paid the tax in his country of residence. If there is such a declaration, then that person is not taxable in Mauritius. And as I said, the benefits, children may enroll in a private school in Mauritius, and also you may acquire a residential property in Mauritius. You may import your personal belongings and benefit from the exemptions provided. Those are used personal belongings. To conclude, let me say that investment opportunities in Mauritius are many. We have diverse opportunities. Despite the global economic downturn, Mauritius has continued to attract a sizable investment in the country. This demonstrates that the country has exhibited a fair level of resistance to the acute external shock created by the pandemic. All a result of the achievement in terms of new sector development, infrastructure development, improvement of the business environment, and efficient economic and other indicators. Mauritius is a country where there are right conditions, and you may come here to conduct your business, you can invest, work, enjoy a high quality of life. Mauritian traditional investors are also very receptive to partner with their international counterparts. An increasing number of joint ventures are also being witnessed today in different sectors, emerging sectors or traditional sectors, or in emerging or innovation-driven emerging sectors. The Economic Development Board, we operate under the aegis of the Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning. We are here to help investors, to support investors, to assist you in your investment decision, and provide you with all information required for you to take a decision to invest in Mauritius, and thereafter to handhold you to come to invest in the country. With the increasing number of companies that are coming to Mauritius, we can say that it's now time for you also to consider investing and doing business in Mauritius. Thank you.
Thank you, Sachin, for this very informative presentation. As a reminder, if you have a questions, please enter it in the chat box, and we will move to Kiran and Darren for their presentation. Kiran and Darren, are you? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we start. Kiran, are you here? We can't hear you. Maybe unmute your mic.
It's okay now?
Yeah, it's okay. We can hear you now.
Okay.
You may start. Thank you. Kiran, we still can't hear you.
It's okay now?
Kiran? Maybe if we have an issue of connection for this presentation, we can probably move to the next one and then we come back for this one.
Okay.
Just as a matter of test, are you hearing me from my laptop?
Yes, we do hear you.
All right.
So
great.
I can take over, no problem.
Okay, sorry. Technical issues, I mean, we can't.
So
Okay, Kiran,
welcome.
okay,
can-
yeah. Okay, you can start. Thank you.
Welcome to today's webinar. Thank you for taking time and being here. I'm Kiran Gopi, CEO of Luxury Retirement Village, the owner and promoter of Royal Green Luxury Retirement Village. It is a subsidiary of the NG Group, which has started its activities 35 years ago in the construction sector. As we all know, the world is experiencing an unprecedented challenge due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It has resulted in tremendous changes in our lifestyles. More than ever now, we realize that our health is our wealth. We need luxurious dwellings bundled with amenities and medical care. Our offer through your Royal Green is a luxurious estate dedicated to the enjoyment of an active and interactive life of our residents, from private apartments to healthcare suites that allow one and all to keep up a fulfilling community lifestyle. Albeit the state-of-art accommodation side, Royal Green offers a large panoply of activities anchored within the famous Mauritian hospitality savoir-faire. Getting into the thick of the subject, our operations manager, Mr. Darren Modley, our general manager in fact, will drive you through our project. You shall be walked through the various aspects of Royal Green, and feel free to send us your questions, which we shall attend at the end of the presentation. Over to you, Darren.
Thank you, Kiran. Thank you for those useful insights, and thank you also to EDB team for the organization and hosting. Let us now deep dive into what is Royal Green. Royal Green is one of its kind on the Paradise Island of Mauritius, which combines all the essential services of an assisted living with the legendary savoir-faire of locals in the hospitality business. We propose to create a unique luxury residential lifestyle and care within a vibrant community. It exudes a sweet holiday site with all the hospitality amenities that one shall find in our acclaimed resorts on the coastlines. Royal Green is inspired by the British royalty feel and comfort, while its architectural refuge depicts the shades of green nestled in one of the most picturesque and prime regions of the island, in Mocha. It enjoys a pleasant climate with temperatures ranging from 21 to 28 degrees all year round, and the location of Mocha has been carefully selected as it is surrounded by a wide-ranging list of facilities, such as the reputed Bagatelle Mall, the Mocha Smart City, and the buoyant economic hub of Eben. It is to be underscored that the sublime and beautiful architectural design was made by Bogetman Partners, a retirement village expert. It certainly portrays sophistication, tranquility, and glamour for the retired autonomous citizens who are young at heart. Next slide, please. No, one before, sorry. So as it is found in the heart of the islands, we have been inspired by the lush indigenous landscapes of Mocha. With a particular care about our environment and sustainability, Royal Green conceptual design optimizes with exactness the botanical and aesthetics of a contemporary greenhouse. You will observe that the design is refined, natural, spacious, and encourages community interaction, whilst allowing for intimacy and introspection. One of the main features of Royal Green is the architectural elegance, particularly the aesthetics of the imposing conservatoire and the lavish interiors. Here also, we have made a meticulous selection of noble minerals to create a trendy modern environment. As your security is our ultimate goal, Royal Green enjoys a 24-hour security with CCTV camera installation on the entire compound. Next slide, please. On the slide, you shall note that the main features of a Royal Green. In the phase 1 of opening, which is earmarked in late 2021, blocks A, B, and C shall be operational. The block A hosts the commercial activities of Royal Green, namely the restaurant, welcome center, wellness center, the gym, indoor swimming pool, all found on the ground floor, while a full-fledged frail care activity shall be developed on the first floor, able to welcome inpatients and outpatients when required under the expert hands of a pool of doctors. During the phase 1 opening, blocks B and C shall also be launched, hosting 3 categories of rooms with a total of 82 keys. The clubhouse and the putting green surrounded by other outdoor activities shall be operational at the same time. During the second phase of opening, due in late 2022, blocks D, E, and F shall offer more rooms on sales. Next slide, please. In regards to the residential units, we offer 3 categories of rooms, all in elegant, refined, and sober colors. We emphasize on the integration of Royal Green's facilities into the environment of Mocha with a mix of tone selection for the Royal Green furniture and fittings. White and grey tiles, linear furnitures, our apartments range from 1 to 2 bedroom units with select penthouses at rooftop level. All our apartments are easily accessible via lifts, and our resident interior decorator has strived to offer interiors which are compact yet comfortable with expansive views on the surroundings. Now that we are on this slide, the first one is the deluxe room, bedroom apartment with a comfortable size of 64 meters square. It is elegantly furnished with an ensuite bathroom, while you may enjoy the view from our living room and the terrace. All our rooms are equipped with a kitchenette, dining table, and well-designed bedrooms. Then the launching price of these apartments are at $219,350 USD. Next slide, please. The premium 2-bedroom is a massive 105 meter square apartment, offering more space comfort in accommodating families during holidays or for friends and acquaintances co-sharing a common apartment. This is ideal to accommodate up to 4 persons at a time, and this premium apartment is at a launching price of $363,800 US. Finally, the cherry on the cake is the rooftop penthouse, which dominates the entire view of Mocha 360 degrees, with 3 available rooms, patios, large kitchen and dining areas, extensive terrace decks. This jewel is at the launching price of $688,200 US. Next slide. As mentioned, Royal Green is not another seated care home. We offer a panoply of services that will make your stay in your home as pleasant and comfortable as possible. To that end, there's a concierge fee to be paid monthly. The rates are as mentioned on the slide, and the services attached to this fee are as follows. We take care of all the housekeeping, cleaning, and your laundry, while we shall have a permanent assistance of concierge services to assist you in your wishes. No hassle in regards to your healthcare, as you will be warmly surrounded by a professional team of healthcare personnel who are at your disposal. Free shuttles to the nearby areas, satellite TV, free internet, access to the Royal Wellness and Spa, and to other activities shall be included in that fee. Moreover, we shall be preparing delightful breakfast and high teas for you on a daily basis. Next slide. Let us now have a quick shot at our main facilities, starting with the imposing conservatoire. It is a voluminous common area hosting a main reception, cozy lounges channeling onto the featured mantelpiece chimney, stylish coffee tables in a classy shade of green like asparagus set the tone of a unique experience. It is not just a welcoming center, but shall be a dynamic place for exchange among residents with many spontaneous and permanent activities. Pop-up stores will give a magnificent venue a lively and cozy atmosphere in depicting the arts and traditions of the Mauritian culture. Next one. The Royal Wellness and Spa. We propose a unique experience which combines all the merits of a spa, sleep therapy, fitness, culinary experience, and rehab exercises for those who need that kind of activities. Under the expert hands of our hospitality team, we wanted to offer you 2 atmospheres and environments at Royal Green for your meals. The Live restaurant is an indoor fine dining experience, while La Terrace is open to sky, offering a relaxing and fresh menu card. Our chef invites you to a gourmet escape with delicious, fresh, healthy, and locally sourced products. We shall also offer the assistance of a nutritionist to propose healthy and well-balanced meals to our most esteemed guests. The restaurants can also host more private events with your friends and families, as we have a capacity of over 200 covers. On the beverage side, we have a central bar with cheerful and welcoming bartenders, the place to be during the day for a refreshing drink among good company for an exquisite refined culinary wine pairing experience as the downfalls. So the next slide, please. As mentioned, and on top of the hospitality services, we do offer a frail care service for dependents who need assistance in activities of a daily living, feeding, dressing, showering, grooming, mobilizing, etc. Our frail care rooms, where we have 39 in all, are all under the expert custody of a pool of reputed doctors on the island. We can assist in many ways, while we are even well equipped to undergo small surgeries if needed in our operation theater. Next one. What to say about our lush gardens, except that landscaping and carefully selected indigenous trees are already being manicured so that they shall be shining to welcome our esteemed guests by end of 2021. Our sporting tracks will offer you plenty of opportunities to keep fit and rest rejuvenated. Next one. Following the explanation from our colleagues of EDB, please note that should you be interested to buy and stay at Royal Green, a few criteria should be imposed. The main ones are that the buyer should be at least 50 years of age and shall be a retired person. This applies to both a local and also to a foreigner. Next. And following the explanation from our colleagues of EDB also, please note also that one can also invest in Royal Green. We have set up a management team which will be looking at your premises while at the same time making it fruitful. Our team has a vast experience in marketing and reservation and shall be looking at the rental of your apartments while you enjoy a stress-free 2.5% minimum guarantee on your investment for the first 3 years following your acquisition. Lastly, Royal Green has the ambition to develop a solid and reputed brand. The reason why we are attaching ourselves with professionals and experts such as Group S2S Senior to benefit of their savoir-faire to establish international standards for sustainable development. We thank you for your attention, and we shall be pleased to enlighten you if you have any questions after. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kiran and Darren. I will ask everyone else to please mute their mic and allow only the speakers to put their mic on. We'll directly move to the presentation from Anil. Anil, can we have your presentation, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Can you see my video as well? Can you see me on the video? Okay, so thank you very much indeed for being here. Good afternoon, everyone. And we're now just going to present our project on Montana Oceano, providing luxury residences on the west coast of the island, namely Black River. If you can have the next slide, please. So Montana Oceano BDS project, which is a luxury residences in Black River, Mauritius. It's located on a hilltop in private natural estate between mountain and sea, between forest and savanna. It's striking wild beauty, all with the breathtaking views, which we will show you later on. Montana Oceano is an EDB approved project under the property development scheme, consisting of 2 grand detached villas, 2 cozy detached cottages, and 3 lavish penthouses, and 10 grand apartment over 8,911 square meters of freehold land. Facilities include health club, private and shared swimming pool, private spa tub, kids pool and play area, turf lawn, kiosk, parking bays, manicure gardens, and day-to-day management services, as well as full security. For non-citizen foreigners, we are looking at purchase investment in luxury freehold properties in Mauritius, a cannot go wrong, cannot fail strategy accompanied with many perks and entitlement. Resident permits and entitlement to host of tax benefit and incentive upon ownership, as well as villa, cottages, penthouses, and apartment available for sale or plan under the regime of VIFA, which is in French is Vente en l'état futur d'achèvement. It's also luxury freehold real estate associated with super quality and sustainable value based on solid foundation with assurances for capital appreciation and rental income. So the site, as you can see right on your left on top, the site is right up there, located on the hilltop at 125 to 145 meters above sea level in the west coast in Black River, Limon. Also, it's about 500 meters away, just after La Balise Marina and opposite Le Saline New Development Golf Coast Hotel. So some of the unique attribute of the site is blessed with immaculate, peaceful, tranquil, natural beauty, warm, inspiring. It's also a dream kind sanctuary, sunshine, pristine beaches, turquoise lagoon waters, and authentic nature. But it's also, more importantly, the most sought after and best in class place, and highly recommended for relocation to a meaningful and rewarding life. It's also in symbiosis with nature and mutually benefit relationship. It's also exclusive low density state, which I would like to emphasize, only 25% of plot area with strict and defined architectural guideline alongside extensive road network and ICT infrastructure. It also provided breathtaking view I already mentioned, and we'll show you some pictures later on. So this is the main entrance, which we believe is a great landmark entrance for the project, and our project is right on top on the left hand side on the hill. And please, we can have the next slide. And again, that's just after the main entrance, looking at the main road, if you like. On the Black River West Coast, as you can see, the outdoor lifestyle with close proximity to high-class amenities and convenience, first-class business infrastructure, and also 4 championship golf courses with about 15 to 30-minute drive, alongside Marina Bay with 10 minutes drive, including all the majestic lagoons, stranded beaches, and islet. So this is another view of the west coast of the island, the Marina La Balise. Over here, we've got another few pictures of the Maria's of wondrous experience with marine pursuit, land adventures, and plenty of nature for families, outdoor enthusiasts, and thrill seekers. Thank you for that one. Thank you. So in terms of concept design, philosophy, and master plan, we've got a team of professional consultants, which we have meticulously conceptualized in terms of luxury and charming residences to guarantee the ultimate pleasure and satisfaction of the owner. We've got also some key features with regard to the leisure amenities and facilities. We've got design private and shared swimming pool, fitness club, turf lawn, terraces, and kiosk. Private tub to cool off with private vantage point to absorb unparalleled panoramic views, dedicated outdoor children play area, spacious and secure driveway and parking bays at lower ground floor and overground, and finally with the day-to-day management services to ensure we keep everything else going in your property. So just presenting you that the penthouses and apartment, which we believe are exquisite, charming, ultra contemporary, at 125 meters above sea level. So over here, if you can see on the left, so on the left hand side of the PowerPoint, you've got block A, and then right in the middle, we've got block B, and then on the right hand side of the screen is block C. And if you look at the right hand side picture, you will see block A being right on top, cascaded by block B, followed by Block C. This is kind of a bird's eye view for Block A. As you can see, we've got 5 units in Block A, 2 units on the ground floor, 2 units on the first floor, and we've got a penthouse on the roof. Moving on, cascading down to Block B, we've got another great penthouse, followed by 4 units, 2 on the ground floor, 2 on the first floor, overviewing, of course, the beautiful swimming pool. And thirdly, we've got the Block C. There we've got 3 units, 1 on the ground floor, 2nd on the second floor, first floor, and then we've got the penthouse right on top of the roof. So this is the scenery we've got on a bird's eye view for Block A, Block B, and Block C. Another great picture, front elevation of the property, as you can see on the left-hand side of the entrance going in, and you can see Block A on your left, Block B right in the middle, and Block C on the right-hand side, all shared by a fantastic swimming pool. So we've got the villas and cottages, which we're going to show you now after the apartments and the penthouses. This is a separate scheme. And these are the luxury ground floor level only detached private villas at 142 meters above sea level with breathtaking views, freedom and spaciousness. And on this picture, again, on the bird's eye view, you can see Villa La Balise right on top. And then if you drop down to Villa La Balise, you've got Villa Le Monde. And on the right-hand side, you've got Cottage Rainbow A and Cottage Rainbow B. So again, you will probably see that on my slide as well. On my background, we've got the beautiful picture of the Le Monde Mountain, which is a UNESCO heritage, World Heritage site. So we're truly privileged to present you that. And you can see the 2 villas and the 2 cottages, the 4 properties, if you like. Villa Le Monde being right behind and Villa La Balise on the right. And then you've got the 2 cottages just dropping back, looking at more of the green areas. So in terms of the Le Monde, Villa Le Monde and Villa La Balise, it's a ground level detached private elite villas on freehold land. We've talked about the breathtaking pictures and the panoramic view. It's nestled 145 meters above sea level. We've talked about the lavish amenities and the private amenities and the star terrace, swimming pool, individual costs, parking bays, and the day-to-day maintenance. So these are the bird eye views of the Villa Le Monde and Villa La Balise, as you can see, shared by external areas and the swimming pool and the landing of the swimming pool and all the bedroom inside, which we're going to go into more detail in a minute. So Villa Le Monde, as you can see here, a front elevation of the picturesque Villa Le Monde with 4 bedroom ensuite, 1 guest washroom, 3 parking bays, and 1 private pool, looking at a 392.6 meter square net. The next one is Villa La Balise. It's exactly the same as the other villa, and it's a 4 bedroom and ensuite, 1 guest washroom, 3 parking bays, private pool at 372.7 meter square net. So we're just going to explore some pictures as well now with you. Some of the pictures, we've got Villa Le Monde, which is the grandiose living to lavish terrace. The Villa Le Monde now on the rooftop terrace view. That's again Villa Le Monde from the view from the terrace looking at the UNESCO Le Monde Heritage Site. That's now looking at the Marina Balise, that's why we call it Villa La Balise, because it's overviewing the La Marina Balise and it's a rooftop terrace view. That's the view from the terrace. Another view from the master bedroom, as you can see, the glorious master bedroom with all the high spec finishes looking over the external picturesque view. So we'll move on to the cottages. Now we've done the villas. We're just going to now move on to Cottage Rainbow A and B. Again, it's exactly the same, much more cozy, carefully laid out to infuse optimum size with ventilation and sunlight, overlapping mountain background, as well as generous outdoor terraces and green lush vegetation. So in terms of the technical spec, we've got 2 bedroom, 1 ensuite, 1 bathroom, 3 parking bays at 116.9 meter square net. And again, this is in the lounge overviewing the swimming pool. So we're just now going to move back quickly on the penthouses and apartment, which already mentioned in terms of its elevated position and stepping design, overwhelmingly breathtaking savannas and ocean views, boasts a unobstructed 180 breathtaking valleys, as well as pleasant outdoor living. The penthouses, again, we can go in the details later on in terms of the penthouses apartment. We'll share our contact detail with you. Again, we've just gone through that in terms of Block A, Block B, and Block C, and this is the lavish terrace from the penthouse. So we've got that's the penthouse in Block B, overlooking the UNESCO Heritage Lemon View. Again, that's another uninterrupted view from the terrace. Another great view from now. This is Block A penthouse with the living to lavish terrace. Another great, this is on Block C penthouse, another view again. And this is the external of those 3 blocks and outdoor, looking at the various scene of the areas. This is heading into, this is the backyard of the blocks. Once again, fantastic view over here. And then just to kind of finish off really, in terms of high quality, high spec finishes and services, we'll be looking to ensure that we've got a full finishes, interior and extras, mechanical and plumbing services, will be all of very high standard, coupled with expert workmanship, as approved by the project manager, the architect and engineer, and the kitchen furniture of European standard, bathroom and sanitary ware fitting, bathroom furnitures and drawers and shelf, fit out, timber, aluminum openings, tile, granite, anything I would expect to be high spec market, with ICT services, health club facilities, as well as any other requirement when it comes to ICT. So these are the finishes here, as you can see, all laid out, carefully planned. This is what we'll be achieving for you. Another picture here in the bathroom, high spec bathroom. Just to mention as well, last but not least, we work with Roche-Beaubois, French Art de Vivre. They provide furniture and decoration. We will make sure we'll connect with you, with them, as we work, as Montana Oceano work in collaboration with Roche-Beaubois. So we'll get you connected for all your FF&E requirements. This is in terms of guarantees and assurances we'll be giving you. We'll make sure we have a right team of consultants working for you from concept to realization. We'll also have an independent technical control. We'll be using a company called APAV. They are technically your building control, ensuring that your building is safe and efficient and fully functional, as well as the construction specification. But more importantly, I want to just touch on the decennial insurance guarantee. It's all in accordance with the Building Control Act 2012. I just want to touch on the government body regulations and supervision. Again, it's all in line with the EDB as well as the PDS scheme. And I want to just touch on the financial guarantee achievement, which is the Guarantee Financier d'Achèvement. We do make sure we obtain a letter from a registered financial institution that will provide the GFA assurances to you, as well as the VFI scheme, which I've already mentioned. And finally, we'll ensure that it's a smooth transition, making sure we take care of all the snagging for you to move in swiftly. So thank you very much indeed, everyone. It's been a pleasure presenting our project to you. Please get in touch at raveen.ashwin@montanaoceano.com. We've also got our number there as well, which is 5857 9902 5250 4707. And our website, of course, is www.montanaoceano.com if you want to get in touch. So thank you very much indeed. We'll welcome your question. Thank you very much indeed, Priyanka. And thank you very much indeed, EDB. Thank you.
Thank you, Anil, for the nice presentation. Indeed, we've seen some tempting pictures from both, the luxury retirement village and as well as Montana Oceano Vista. We'll move to some questions. Most of the questions that you've been submitted has been addressed by my colleagues. And of course, we've got some few minutes to take some more. There's one question, Sachin, probably for you. We've got a couple of questions regarding the recent change in legislation concerning the sale of a property by a non-citizen, which requires a prior authorization before disposing the said property. Would you please tell us more about this recent change?
Okay, Nyamara. So in terms of a non-citizen acquiring a residential property in Mauritius, the Economic Development Board provides all the authorization, and these authorizations are provided over a period of 2 weeks after we carry out our due diligence, do the KYC on the buyer. Second, when a non-citizen intends to dispose of a property, they were required to notify the EDB prior to the sale. And as you just mentioned, there was an amendment in April. There was an amendment in April, and this amendment was about the need to request for an authorization prior to dispose of such property. So an application still has to be made to the EDB, and the EDB, all these approvals will be fast-tracked and authorization provided in a very quick manner. Actually, the process will be still a notification, but instead of these approvals being given by the Economic Development Board, it will be given by the Prime Minister's office. So it's just a change where you send your notification, and then the EDB as a one-stop shop will do needful to get your authorization to dispose of prior to selling the property. It's not as if we will be refusing anyone to sell the property. It's just a control measure for anyone owning or acquiring a property in Mauritius to be in line with all international rules.
Thank you, Sachin, for enlightening us on that. We've got 2 more minutes I see there's a question on the number of projects from Jacques Binu. How many of this project has the promoter undertaken? But I'm not sure if you're talking about a promoter who is on the panel. However, I would, there's another question on the tax implication for expatriate coming to live in Mauritius on premium visa travel. I believe this has already been addressed in the presentation from Sachin as well. If you need more clarity and information, you can certainly write to us. The question from Jacques Binu was actually regarding the promoters on the panel. How many of those projects has the promoter undertaken under the PDS scheme, please? Maybe I would guess it's from the Montana Oceano Vista. Anil, can you take this question?
Yeah, this is still in discussion right now. So we are still looking at the percentage that we'll be looking to sell, but something we will probably get back to you as well as to Jane Raj. I can see in terms of the question that he's asking, does the PDS scheme still cater for 25%? But we're still working with the other colleagues and the other stakeholders to see how we can fluctuate the percentage on that one. But we'll definitely get back to you in due course on that one.
Okay, thank you, Anil.
Yes, just on this, that it's no longer the case. A PDS project may be sold to non-citizens. So all the units may be sold to non-citizens. There's no such requirement to have at least 20% sold to locals.
Correct, exactly.
But there is no restriction also for a local to buy a property under PDS.
Oh, thank you for clarifying that. With regards to the other questions, I think there's a couple on the retirement scheme. I think my colleagues has already informed you of that. So you can apply for it, and then your spouse can be a dependent. With regards to the opening of borders, of course, we will inform you accordingly. All information on premium visa is available on the EDB's website. Of course, we all remain available for any other further questions on same. And there was a question, Sachin, on the foreigners and the Société Civile Immobilière d'Attribution. The question is not quite clear, but maybe if foreigners are eligible under that scheme.
So actually, someone buying a property under the different scheme, be it senior living or the property development scheme, it has to be under the off-plan basis. That is what we call the VEFA, the Vente en état futur d'achèvement, and not under an SCI, as a Société Civile Immobilière d'Attribution. This is because we want to provide a maximum guarantee to buyers, just as Anil just mentioned. There are a number of protections that are provided to buyers, and one being the guarantee of due completion provided by a banking institution in favor of buyers where property is sold on the basis of a plan. And this guarantee is to ensure that in case there's any default on the part of the developer, the bank will step in and complete the project. And also the other guarantees of the guarantee for defects, latent defects or patent defects, and also a guarantee provided by an insurance company for defects, liability, case of any structural or other defect noted in case after the delivery of those units. So it's very well protected and a sector having a very good framework protective to the buyers.
Okay, thank you, Sachin. We already have we already past noon here. I guess already 3 past in Mauritius, and we have reached the end of the webinar. If there's any other further questions, to you before, we will send you the recording. All the contact details are available. You have mine in case you wish to be connected to any of them as well. So the email of the hospitality and development under Sachin's purview is available, hpd@edbmauritius.org. The email address of the promoters will be available on the slides that you will see when we share the recording. And please do not hesitate to reach out directly or using, as I mentioned, the contact information on the slides. Sachin, Kiran, Darren, and Anil, thank you very much for sharing your insight and expertise. I'm sure we would like to hear a bit more, but time not allowing, but we look forward to get you on board for other events and invite more people to hear us out and showcase the opportunities that is available in Mauritius, be it in terms of residency or economic opportunities. Thank you everyone for joining us for today's webinar. We hope that we have been able to provide you with an insight of what we offer. We look really forward to hearing from you. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Anil.
Discover the island of Mauritius, a heavenly sense of place. Black River, located on the west coast, is the cradle of your live, work, have fun lifestyle. Pristine sandy beaches, azure blue lagoon waters. Outdoor enthusiasts and thrill seekers will indulge and enjoy a myriad of wondrous marine experiences. Plenty of inland adventures as well in nature reserves. invest in majestic scenic hilltop properties. Nestled amidst and integrated into lush tropical nature. With the savanna landscape, seascape and mountain backdrop, and the overwhelming breathtaking views, in harmony and in symbiosis with nature. Exquisite, charming and contemporary villas and cottages, penthouses and apartments with stepping design at 125 to 145 meters above sea level. With lavish lounge and terraces. Including under the stars terrace. With unobstructed 180 degrees breathtaking panoramic vistas. Absolute luxury and glamour. Peace and tranquility to guarantee the ultimate pleasure and satisfaction of the owner.